Then there's the three characters that change the most in the main family. The other characters are a whole different thing. Start off, there's Meg. She used to have like her own little stories and stuff. She was there. She was the daughter, the middle child, the one that falls under the radar in comparison to not the middle child. No, not that. She's a kid that doesn't really get that much attention in comparison to, say, Chris or the other characters. Nowadays, she's the butt of every joke, whether it being self-harm, suicide, murder. She's always there because it's somehow funny, which I never understood since I liked her character in the beginning. Nowadays, it looks like she's just trying way too hard just to be included. Like, I never understood that. Which can bring us to a character's development that changed so rapidly. You're kind of surprised that they used to be like that and now they're like this. Like, what happened? The best examples of this would be Brian and Stuart, the most popular characters on the show, having their own series of adventures, either around the world or through time or another dimension. Like, that was really popular. But they have changed the most out of every other character on that show. The biggest one being Brian himself. In the beginning, he was snarky, he was quiet, he was just a dog drinking a martini. And he had some wise points to say. Nowadays, he, for some reason, grew a huge ego and acts like all high and mighty, like he's a ladies' man, he's super popular, and that he can basically do whatever he wants, even when he really can't. Like when he published those books, he's like all high and mighty, even though they're never sold. Seriously, they cost less than a potato on Amazon. Then there's the whole woman thing, talking about how much he wants to find the perfect love. And I think that's mainly just because he's a dog that he gets so easily attached. I mean, remember when he used to, like, say every woman was the person for him? And, like, when he finds out this one thing, they're like, nope, she's out. It gets so annoying, and he acts worse than Quagmire. Like, Quagmire, say the same. He's still nasty, he's still gross, he's still a sex freak. But at least he's honest about it, like he's open with it. Brian just says that he's a guy trying to find love. When really, he's just a horn dog. And then after him, there comes the final character of the main family that I was frankly the most disappointed with on how much he changed. In the beginning, he was a maniacal little devil of a baby, planning to kill his mother, standard. Plan through the world, kill everyone in the family. Those were interesting, in my opinion. Seeing him go through all those schemes and then just fail because of the other family members. Nowadays, he's more jokative, more snarky, like, always judgmental of everything. And the most confusing thing is they made him being gay a running gag. And it puts it in scenarios of jokes that just are very awkward for me. Like, they're disturbing at points. I mean, I know the whole point of it's for comedy, but I just can't help think of that scenario. There's this baby trying to hook up with an older guy. Like, he's still a baby. And he's talking about scenarios where he's had sex or experienced sex. And that whole image is just stirring. Like, ugh. And when you think about it, he's just way too judgmental of everything when really he has no room to talk. He's a baby, doesn't know what he's doing, and he lives in a house full of idiots, him included. Like, that's proven, even. Especially with, that episode where he, caused the parents to split up and then he was born to a different family. It shows on how not smart he is. It's just saying that Stewie is smart, but not the smartest. The other characters in the series, I feel like, weren't given that much attention to have an evolution. Well, other than Cleveland, who had a spin-off that I frankly liked better than the original show. Cause it gave more character to this one character. Nowadays, it's joked about how much his show sucked when, frankly, I liked it. And I knew tons of people who loved it. Why it got cancelled, I don't know. Wait, I think I know what happened. Because it wasn't Family Guy. Can you also be surprised if that was the actual answer? Now this next one, I can imagine a lot of people hating me for it, is like, show's evolution can start off good, and later get better if you work properly with it. Steven Universe is one of the shows that just continue getting weirder, darker, and more serious for like no reason. In the beginning, Saturday morning cartoon, everyone see the hero, save the day, learn a life lesson, sing a few songs if you like. That was good. That was a good start. Then it just got so dark. Mentions of death, war, betrayal, lies. On the and then there's points that fans, like diehard fans, those fans say every moment of the Steven Universe is perfect. Well, I frankly know a few people who say otherwise, myself included, who believe that there are points in the show that aren't being fair to some characters, the main one included. Like, some characters are acting like their problems like outweigh some others. Like Steven, he's facing a internal conflict of knowing that his mother is a tyrant that caused an 1,000-year war, countless lives were destroyed, countless families were destroyed. Her family thought she was dead, her new family didn't know who she was, and she just lied to their face. And then there's Connie, who's just going through high school. I do not like her. At all. At all. There are very few characters, one, like 3 at best, that actually know what Steven's going through. He's forced with all this responsibility. He's just a kid, and he's never given time to grief. Seriously. If you look at it, he's never actually been able to confront what he's going through. Like, all the lies, all the truths that were unsaid. And the fact that he has to deal with all this, along with people who he can no longer fully trust. Can you honestly say that it's a good show when there's a character you like, and then they're... Like, Garnet's the most popular character, and she lied so many times, and is frankly just being unfair. And Pearl is my least favorite out of all of them. Like, all of them. She never stuck with me in the beginning. Even when she was playing that motherly act type deal. She was all snooty and snobby and has way too much confidence in her relationship with Steven's mother, which I found very awkward at points. And I'll be honest with you, I thought she had Stockholm Syndrome at one point. Or multiple. Then, and I'm like, why are they giving so much credit and praise when all they did was lie continuously to each other and a kid who thinks the world of them? Why do they do that? Why did they want this kid, KID, go through war, death, and hard choices that no one should ever face? Does that seem fair to anyone? Having to control people who are going through a world, 2 worlds at war, or are going to war, or were at war? Can I actually say that's fair? Or fair for them to judge him and him not to judge them when they need to be judged and him not really. Because the reason he does that stuff is because of them. Like, I know I got on the topic with the show evolution type deal, but seriously, this show changed so much. Not in the good way. It got way too dark and serious. Like, I pop in from time to time, but it's very rare. Because I know there's just going to be a moment from a character or a scene that's just going to shamelessly bash Steven when it should be bashing the other guys. Since they deserve it. They're the ones that need to be in that situation. Not Steven. Not the kid who barely knows what's going on at the time. And why not characters that know what exactly is going on and just deal with that? Not the kid. I mean, I know he's the main character, but still, give the kid a damn break. Seriously. He's already had to deal with so much. Just want to give him a hug. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people do. Like the fans who know that he's going through a lot of pain. If the most recent episodes shown any evidence of that. I mean, seriously, the kid's gotta have some major PTSD. Seriously. Give the kid a break. Stop bashing him. Get him a damn vacation. Dear God. I know it gets off topic from time to time, but you have to understand I have a very strong opinion on some things. Like saying right now what I did about Steven Universe, fans will be like, oh wait, you did not. The show is perfect. There's no issue here. That's because they're clouded by the judgment of the show being sparkly, so much character development, going to points that people don't mainly go to. And I can get that at some points. But the main draw for me, and many others like me, which is very few and many, are people that believe that moments should be well more discussed, or characters should be given less and or more time to confront their feelings. And by characters I mean less, I'd say the gyms. The characters anymore, I say it's Steven. He needs it a lot. But yeah, that's a show's evolution. That's my opinion on how a show can easily get bad if on too long, like if it overstays its welcome. Like for Family Guy, it could have easily ended when it got canceled. It could have been like that. Couldn't have gone any further, it'd be just fine. People would remember it fondly, but also wouldn't want to dive any further into it than it already has. Simpsons, got in 20 years ago, got in 10 years ago, still would have been long and still would have been memorable. And in my opinion, shows that stay too long are never actually good. Like they stay too long, then they have too much going on and too many issues to really work out. Like with all the points in Family Guy makes, all the weird flashbacks, flash forward Simpsons make, or all the character development that Steven Universe uses. Frankly, I just found a way too much to process and go through. Especially since these shows are meant for family audiences and all that. When really all they are now is, one's for people who knew about The Simpsons when they were growing up, the other's for teenagers, and the last one's for struggling teens going through confusing emotions. It shouldn't take a genius to figure out what order I meant for those to go to. Anyway, that's my opinion. I don't know if you agree or if you'll bash the hell out of me. But just understand that it's an opinion, and people are allowed to state their own, whether it be against yours or totally biased for someone else's. Me, I think The Simpsons should have ended a while ago. Family Guy should never have continued, and Steven Universe is not that great. To those who find this video, or if you even watch it, good luck. You're not gonna like that much.